What's going on, gold diggers? This is episode 19 of Rookie Gold Prospector, and today I'm going to be checking out a new untouched creek. So this bank over here is basically untouched for who knows how long. The water's up a little bit higher than it was the first time I took a look at it, but you can see all along there. Look at those layers of gravel just sitting on top of the bedrock on this bank right here. I'm pretty excited to check this out, but there's a couple other features that I want to look at as well. Let me go down here, see if I can find it. There's a big flat rock over here that is shaped or pointed in the exact same direction as a sluice box riffle, and it's got black sand poking up under it there. So I got my sluice box set up right there. But I think the first thing I'm going to test out is this is a pretty large flat rock right here. And the way the material is building up right there, it looks like a riffle. You know, there's some darker sands on the top there. But I got a feeling that this rock's been here a long time. And when I dig underneath it, that might be pretty good. So let me test it out real quick. All right, so we moved the big flat rock, and all I did was, you know, just dig up a little bit of material, but look how much black sand is right there. And, you know, I just did one pan kind of from right in here underneath that giant rock riffle. There's only one color in the pan, but I'm only on the very top right there, so there's a color. And that's just in the material at the very top of the riffle. So until I get to the bottom of that riffle, my curiosity is not going to be satisfied. So I'm going to keep running some material. Do another test pan before I go down too much further. I just ran a little test pan out of the material I'm putting through the sluice just to triple verify, and you know, there's definitely gold. You know, not huge, but gold is gold, right? Just keep moving. It's clearing out just fine. Riffles are 100% exchanging. This is only my first bucket. I'm not seeing any gold in the box right now, but that doesn't mean anything. All right, so after one bucket, not really seeing a ton of gold in the box. I do see that one right there. That's the only one I can see so far, but there's been some specks in every test pan, so I'm not too worried about it. But after two full classified buckets, I'm gonna go ahead and do a cleanup and see how we're doing, and then actually do a pan of these tailings down here and just see if we're losing anything too. All right, so that's two full classified buckets down to a 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a cleanup and just see how we're doing, and then see how much black sand's accumulating there at my tailings. I'm gonna test that out and just make sure we're not losing too much gold. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see what we got, not counting the snuffer bottle. All right, so there we go. 2 buckets of classified material. That's not a whole lot, but it's not nothing. But I'm not even down to clay or bedrock yet in that hole underneath that big flat rock. So that's not too bad. I'm not done with that hole yet. The gravels go all the way over to there, and all the way over to there, and all the way over to there. And then there's actually a layer of gravels in the bank over here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dig into that layer of gravels right there and do some test pans and see what I can get out of that. But what I want to get, I want to get my tub over to here. Ooh, look at this bedrock. Let's see how deep. Oh yeah, no, this is perfect right here. I mean, check that out. That is what we're going after, right in there. I mean, we got down in here. We got down in here, look at this bedrock. It's got little quartz stringers all throughout it. So that's pretty interesting. But I'm just gonna get as much of this gravel right in through here into my tub and test it and see what's in there. That looks pretty tasty right there. Let's get some material, test it out. All right. Nice. Nice. Look at that. This is gonna work out perfect. Got my tub there. And I'm just gonna start scraping the material off. It looks like hard pack. Try this thing. Got nasty clay. Oh yeah. Some of these over here. Man. Got sparks flying. Whew. Should have brought my gloves over here. I can clean off a nice section of this right here. Run some test pans out of that and just see. I think it's got a lot of clay in it. All right. Oh yeah, it's got a lot of clay in it. Man, look at this stuff, man. Got all that clay in there. So here's the bedrock that's been breaking up here. Got quartz all up in it. that lead? Huh. I think it's lead. I don't see any gold in there. At least not in that layer. So I'm going to head back on downstream where I was a little bit ago and try to get down to some bedrock and some clay. All right, let's get this thing put back together and set it up right there again. I tested some of these tailings. I ran a pan. There was no gold in the tailing, so that's a good sign. So let's get her going. So this is the material that I'm on top of right here, the bedrock. And it's decomposing. Granite with lots of quartz mixed in. So I'm just gonna keep, there's all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, look at that mica schist with quartz. Bottom of that hole, a lot of quartz at the bottom of that hole too. But I'm just gonna keep running. I'm gonna keep going and keep doing test pans as I go down. So I'll pan this out real quick and see what we got. Check that out. Let's see. Oh, that's a picker. I think that counts. Let me try that again. And dang, it's not a very big picker, but let's see if it makes a sound. A little bit of a sound, not much, but check that out. Check that out. Look, let's take a look at it. I mean, it's pretty cool looking. It's definitely rough. I mean, we're close to the source here. We are in the right spot. The guardians of the gold are here. The guardians of the gold are here. I mean, check that out. Now we're into decomposing quartz that probably contains gold based on what I've been finding so far. Somebody please tell me this is mica before I freak out. And yeah, it was mica. Look at that piece of mica right there. That's crazy. Keep doing test pans while I'm sluicing and letting it roll and doing some panning. Just non-stop, hitting it hard. I mean, the spec count's not great, but we are still on the gold, so I'm gonna keep going. Plus they're really rough looking, so there's no reason to quit. There's what, 3 or 4 of them right there. All right, so check out that hole right there. I'm getting pretty deep and I am on bedrock and it's decomposing. Boom! Check that out right there. That might be my biggest piece. That thing looks chunky and it is so rough. Look at the details on that thing. There's no water worn to that at all. At all. I mean, there's some smaller ones up there too, but that'll give you a size reference right there. Look at that bolt. And look at that piece of gold next to that bolt, dude. That's a big piece of gold right there. That's gonna be my biggest piece of gold ever. There's just no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I want to reach in there and grab it so bad, but there's probably gold underneath it, and I don't want to do that. But yes! I can't wait to throw that on the scale. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Amazing. That's a nugget. That's not a picker. That's a nugget. That's my first nugget. This is virgin ground. I've been working underneath. That's an outcrop of bedrock right there. I tried to move that rock. Either I'm weak or that's just bedrock. Actually, I should get a pry bar and move that whole thing, but I've been digging underneath it. I already dug out underneath that one. There's that big flat one down there I dug out underneath. And once you hit that, you know, decomposing bedrock stuff, I don't know if it would be called saprolite or not. I don't think it's decomposed enough, but just take a look right here. Black sand. Black sand. Everywhere there's black sand. I mean, it's hard for me to do a pan without finding a speck. And there's tiny ones, but there's chunks that are not that tiny. And then there's my nugget. I got a nugget and a picker today. I mean, This is my record piece, 100%. Bam! Now what? And I just noticed that one right there too. I mean, it's not a picker, but I mean, it's not tiny. But nugget! Nugget, we got nuggets. All right, let's take a closer look at the gold that we mined today. And then here is my nugget. Check that thing out. Look how rough that is. That's crazy. All right, here's that little nugget next to a penny for size reference. I'm calling it a nugget. I mean, it doesn't fit in my snuffer bottle straw, but, you know, some people might not call it a nugget, but I do. All right, let's start off with the picker nugget. 0.2. All right, now for the fines. .26. That is the second best one-day total that I've ever had. Not too bad. I'll take it. All right, now it's time for a quick check-in on the career total. Starting to look like a pretty good sized pile. Oh, we almost broke 2 grams. Oh, so close. So close. Dang. Hey, that's still pretty good though. 2 grams in 19 episodes. So 0.26 grams of gold is worth about $15.49 at the time of recording, which is not too bad for 6 hours of work. But checking out that new creek was pretty cool. It's private property, and I don't think it's really ever been mined. I couldn't find anything on MineDat about that, but it is right along the gold belt. But you know, there's no history shown of previous mining activities. So that could be a really good thing. I mean, the geology looks great. You know, all of the signs are there. So I'm gonna have to maybe look into doing something a little more extensive. I'm gonna get me one of those hand dredges. That's gonna be a project. I'm gonna make one of those real soon. But we're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers. We got about 840 right now, and we're gonna do an 1,000 subscriber giveaway where we're giving away a jar of pay dirt with 3 grams of gold. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. So please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.